Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see the #9 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Buckeyes will kick it away first. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking to pass, it's Reed. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And that's your goal, separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. On the run, it's Moss. Shows him the stiff arm. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. Grab near the sticks. It's Concepcion. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Running back searching for a hole. Makes it past the marker. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains and they're set up at the 41. Nothing the Aggies love more than saying howdy with a strong running game.
Yeah, how do you like that first down? How do you like that ground game? Like, that's what they've got to be built on. They got to have that toughness. When the Aggies have that toughness is when you see that their best teams are competing at a high level.
Might as well give it to him again. Tough, physical, hard-nosed running gets it to the 34.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the Aggies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun to give, looking for room. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one. It was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense is doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Tight end finds a soft spot. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Nice job after the catch by the tight end, able to make a guy miss and go get extra yards.
A&M comes back out with another first down. Rides the back on the option, the give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
From the gun, the ground game. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. To the air, it's Reed. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And the try is no good. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is.
And this place was going crazy before the game, and the offense on the first drive kind of quieted them down a little bit, but the defense, great job. They get a goal-to-go situation. They get the stop, force the field goal, force the miss. The crowd's back in it, baby.
He'll pull it down and run. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
The Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Looking for space. It's Jackson. Cutting it on! He's inside the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Craver. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. Nice pickup on the return there. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Grabbed over the middle, it's Craver. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Reed. Makes the grab, it's Concepcion. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
The Aggies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
This is an offense that prides themselves on being physical, so you need 1 yard, just hand it off to your back and let him go to work.
This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
And the Aggies in a good spot here with second and short. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
To the air, it's Reed. Bringing the heat. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and force the incompletion.
It is loud in here as they try to help him get a stop on fourth down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. You ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own two. They'll run it from the gun. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Well, you see a great individual effort there that time, and you can see the skills this guy has, and he just reminds me sometimes of the great Ohio State backs we've seen in the past, right? You think of Archie Griffin and his 2 Heisman trophies, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins. This guy right here with his skill set, he's got the chance to be the next great Buckeye back.
Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Snagged out of the air. Stopped at the 28, but a big 15-yard pickup gives him some breathing room.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Power football with the run. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. The Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They kick it away on 4th down. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The Aggies can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass, it's Reed. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Making side adjustments here. To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. State offense onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Grabbed in the middle. It's Tate. Stop is made at the 35-yard line. It'll be a 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right?
Oh, the fake. They snapped it to the up man. He's on the move. Makes him talk to the hand. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And the gamble pays off as they pick up the 1st down.
They had the exact look they had practiced for and what they wanted. The up man gets the snap directly. He's able to use the speed, get the 1st down, and then chains are moving.
And the Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Dropping back, it's Sayin. The short hands, it's Tate. He is guided out of bounds, and they'll mark it at the 28.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
So now it's 2nd and long. Here's the handoff. Plows through the defense. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
This is an offense that really relies on its running game on that 2nd down call, giving it to the back, letting him find a way to go get it first.
The Buckeyes are on the move. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into bullets because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on Gable.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Reed. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Finds a man in the middle. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
There he goes. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
Really good job there on the pitch and catch. You think about Texas A&M and their ability to recruit receivers in recent years. It's been about as good as anybody, I think. You think about names like Mike Evans, Christian Kirk. They're getting guys not just in the state of Texas, but nationally that want to come to College Station and they want to catch passes in this offense. They knows that gives them a chance to play on Sundays, and this guy, I think, is going to be one of those guys that we're seeing playing in the league.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Graham. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The give to the back. Shakes off the defender. Breaks into the open. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets him out to the 25-yard line.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down, and set up a short yardage on second down. It makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Makes the catch. It's Tate. Gets away from one. He's got space. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took him to the house, but they got him at the 24.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
That last big play has them in business. Just outside the red zone, it's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jackson. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
And he tried to do all he could. He broke one tackle, but my goodness, guys were hitting him left and right in the backfield.
This is a staple for any good defensive coordinator. They want their guys to swarm to the football, to gang tackle. If one guy misses, another one's there.
No doubt. And the staple for the offensive coordinator or the offensive line coach is block those guys. Don't watch them tackle our guys.
Fires to the middle. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
I love that play call, and quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
To the air, it's Reed. Got it in the middle, it's Concepcion. And he delivers the angry stiff arm, but is greeted by an angrier defense.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. Texas A&M back to work with another 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle.
Offenses are doing such a great job now with putting so many wide receivers on the field that they get good matchups and they just attack you and make big plays.
And the Aggies can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Quickly complete. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
How about the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch?
The Aggies had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Aggies. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the 1st half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. fakes the back and leaves it on the option.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Looking deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Long incompletions are okay. We got to take shots. You got to make big plays in college football. I love that you're taking shots. Keep taking them. Some of those are going to come home. Some of them aren't. But when they come home, they equal big-time points.
That's caught. It's Peoples. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
Great job by the running back here on that third down catch. There was no wasted movement. As soon as he got the ball in his hands, he turned around and he got upfield. That's what you got to do. You got to be decisive on these third down type plays to move the sticks.
Looking for a man. It's Sayin. Plucks it out of the air. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Gonna take a shot at this DB. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. He's going for a big play downfield. And he makes the catch inside the 20. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Fires downfield. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second half. He'll bring it out. It's Graham. Smashes it with the stiff arm. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get to the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
They'll leave it with him. Finds a little space. Hard running there. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Touchdown, Ohio State. And with that, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with an explosive in the running game, a 59-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own, a chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Got his man. He breaks a tackle. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
This offense is feeling itself right now, and momentum's coming along with it. Out of the gun, the inside give. Oh, he's got some space. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And the Aggies come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Bully ball on third and short. And he just needed a few inches, and he didn't get it. The defense denies this offense. They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the tight end. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. Texas A&M ready to go with another first down. Back to throw, it's Reed. Makes the grab, it's Concepcion. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Grab behind the line. It's Moss. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Fires to the wideout. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. Got room on the return. He's at the 30. The 10. Touchdown Buckeyes. The defense takes matters into its own hands. Just one moment and all of a sudden the fortunes turn.
you're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board, perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? The first guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
PAT unit on the field. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Craver. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Paul, we're kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here.
He lobs one high down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
And man, he puts the ball in harm's way again. He's already thrown an interception the first drive. Like this quarterback, he's got to get settled in, make sure he doesn't make these mistakes, get this offense in a rhythm.
Looking for a man. It's Reed. He's got his man across the middle. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Trying to help their defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. It's Concepcion. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Runs through a tackle.
How about the play by the speed back? You think about speed, you think about breaking ankles. He broke the tackle because he's so fast, moving so fast, hard to get the guy on the ground.
The Aggies come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Wants to throw. It's Reed. Working that left side now. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. A&M comes back out with another first down. Lost a throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Craver.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
And the Aggies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Caught close to the marker. It's Concepcion. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. Looking to throw on first down. Complete to the right. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get in predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the first down marker is. Got to get a big gain, got to get that first down. Nice job, great nose for the first down.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Running through contact. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Aggies. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
And took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll give it to the back. Fighting off the defender. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Man, this offense has been bad. How about the first play? Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, tackle for a loss. Second play, you get your quarterback sacked. And then third play, now we're sitting in 3rd and long, right where this defense wants to get us.
Right down the middle. Complete downfield. He gets it out to the 28-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. The Buckeyes line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. He gets a block. Touchdown, Aggies! Special teams coming through, the third aspect of the game, delivering big time. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on them. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Graham. Smashes it with the stiff arm. He'll be out of bounds at the 23 after gambling and bringing it out of the end zone. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Pulls and fires complete. Showing off the arm. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth all tied up. So first down, we'll open up the final period.
Get set, get set.
He's got it on the right. Thrust that arm out. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
They'll line up for a second down play. Leaves it with the back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And the Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. Runs through the tackle. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
How about that play by the speed back? We hear about speed backs, and he's not the guy that runs in between the tackles. But let me tell you something. When you're trying to catch a guy like that and you're running full speed with everything you have, a lot of time you're just trying to get him to the ground, and you're not trying to put a good shot on him. And then all of a sudden they're breaking tackles. Great job by that young man.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Buckeyes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. A designed run for the quarterback.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Gets it out fast. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
Caught behind the line. It's Jackson. He was trying to get it to the 25, but the defense stands tall, and they force a 4th and short.
Listen, I know this running back is shifty. I know he's really good in the open field, but that's just asking too much of him at this point. 3rd and long situation. He wasn't going to be able to make that extra guy miss trying to get that first down.
Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And they go back on top.
Big time kick right there, man. 4th quarter, clutch time. You needed to come through to take the lead, and now the pressure goes to the defense. You got to keep this lead. Got to get a stop or two more, and you can get the dub in this football game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. To the ground with the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
To the air, it's Reed. Got it in the middle, it's Smith. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but has held really strong, put up some good numbers.
Wants to go up top on first down. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
How about the coverage by the defender on that throw? It was as if he knew where the ball was going to go. He practically ran the route for the wide receiver before swatting it away.
They're dealing with a second and long. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Might be calling a hot route. Leaves it with the back. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Makes the catch.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The Aggies in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. They'll try to pick up a few here on third down, but from here it would be a 60-yard attempt. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Got his man. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Wants to fire on second down. This time on target. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
You know, this is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with their eyes closed. They've ran this route so many times together.
Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Lost to throw again. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Nice job by this defense here. They didn't do a good enough job on the last drive, but man, we got to get to the quarterback, affect him, get him in predictable situations like you did right here now in third and long.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And after that incompletion on third and long, because of where they are in the field and because they have a narrow lead, you'd expect this team to just go ahead, kick the field goal, and take the points.
The field goal is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. As they open this possession from their own 20. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing, you need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Using his legs, it's Jackson. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. The Buckeyes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. He'll do it himself. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Sayin. Has to uncork this one off his back foot. Got a man in the middle. Running free.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. The receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
You already have the lead. Scoring is always good, but milk the clock, and it will be your friend. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. After getting nothing done on first down, 2nd and goal from the 6. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. Timeout is called. The clock stopped with 26 seconds left.
Texas A&M.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Absolutely perfect. And now it'll take a touchdown to at least tie them a 6-point lead here in the 4th.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The last thing you want to do here is give up a big return, pin them back, and then the defense can just stop them from scoring a touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bussey. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Back to throw, it's Reed. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Concepcion. And he's down at the 41, that's a first down.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. And I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game.
Going for it all. Throw to the end zone, it's picked off. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
That's a tough deal for the offense, right? I mean, you're trailing, it's late in the game, you're having to throw the football, you're just trying to make something happen, and ball gets away from the quarterback, ends up in the hands of a DB. Nice job by the defense.
And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. How much fun is that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.